Hey, streaming.
Monkey's uncle.
And now I'm recording. Woo!
So that's the problem with the thing. Like, I had a 240 long ago before 240s were a thing,
Sure.
and everybody had to have one. The prices of everything went skyrocketing, and it just makes it for when somebody's like, "Hey, I want to get on and do this. This looks like fun." Now it just makes it royally difficult for like guys like him. That video we just saw, it's like, thanks because of you. You bought up like holy crap! How much were those graphics cards? At least what 300 a piece?
250, 300, yeah.
Jeez, and he had 7 of them.
11.
11.
Yeah. So,
Jeez,
hey everybody, we're going to
so
start the
much.
stream here shortly. I'm just tying up a few loose ends, and then we were going to get things going.
You gotta scarf some food down though.
Yeah, I'll do that here in just a bit.
Just, wow, that's mind-boggling. But
Right.
he can do that. He had 2 of them. He's just sitting on a bread cart.
I'm aware.
Surprised he ain't worried about static electricity. Like, yeah, it's sitting on a bread cart next to a refrigerator. The condensation? Ugh. Not the greatest place to be setting electronics. You know what? Now I really want to talk to my dad because of where he works. All those old servers and just... God, if I could have a section in the terminal
Authentication
gear room.
failed. What?
If I could have a section in that terminal gear room upstairs where they do all the processing for the graphics rooms and whatnot. Oh my god! I'd be cooled for days.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't have to worry about power. Ugh. And plus the new router systems that they're using, like they're getting rid of the older ones. There's some pretty hefty router or some pretty powerful old machines there. And they're getting these
You know what?
brand new.
Go ahead and click that live button twice for me.
What?
Just to turn it off and then back on so it doesn't pop off on us again. So boop and then boop. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright.
Why don't you go eat real quick? Or are we just gonna do the show and then you eat?
Do the show and then I'll eat.
Okay.
Woo!
We'll eventually get a better time down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Well, what time do you want to start?
Two
doing
dummies
this?
make fun talkies again.
Woohoo!
Woo!
2 dummies, fun talkies.
Oh, that's the name of the game-ish.
Why do I gotta be? Okay, well, if I'm gonna be a dummy, you can be a dummy
Yeah,
too.
it's 2 of us. Yeah.
2 dummies, fun talkies. Talkie.
Yes, indeed. Alrighty.
It's been a week.
It has been a week, hasn't it?
I lost half my beard. I went down to just the center one. Which my little man started grabbing up. My little boy, he's starting to grab on it. And they're like, oh, he's going to get that beard. He's going to get that beard. I'm like, okay. It don't hurt. I'm tug on it all day. It don't hurt.
Sorry about the typing noises. I love you all, whoever you are.
Are we live?
We are live. No, we've been live, yeah.
Oh, oops. You gotta warn me. You can't just spring this on me.
We've been recording since we've been talking.
Oh,
Yeah, we've just been shooting the shit.
yay. Things.
Oh, man. So, good times.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we got lots of fun stuffs to talk about.
Well, apparently we're going to be on a tangent of currency.
Yes, indeedly do. Hopefully that's not causing some kind of weird feedback thing. Nope, you can't even see my monitor. Woohoo! This is a good thing. Good times.
We're 16 wall breaking again.
Screw it.
Hey, you in that dimension way back there. Spend money elsewhere.
Yeah, right? So,
No, like stop spending money in other places and go spend it on
so
tech.
that's an incredibly poignant point, since that's pretty much what we're going to be starting off with. But anyways, hey everybody! Woo! Welcome to Driven Tech Talks, or Driven Tech Dribbles.
Combos.
Driven Tech Comp? No, I don't know. Driven Tech, 2 guys don't know what the hell they're doing. That's a pretty accurate description. But anyways, woohoo! Welcome! If you're watching, and if you're not, then You should be, because we like to have fun. We have fun here. Yeah, we have fun.
This late at night. It's almost past my bedtime.
Ooh. What time is your bedtime?
Whenever the eyes close.
Yeah,
Last night it was morning. It's like 2:30. I was nostalgic lane. I was up all night. I fell asleep to the dulcet tunes of Darkwing Duck. I was 10 years old again.
Hopefully everybody can still hear us.
Hey, testing 1 2.
Oh yeah, something.
Can you hear me since I sit so far away from the mic, but then they can't see me?
Oh, you're just the worst.
No, I'm not.
No, you're really not.
We need another mic. Oh.
Oh, 100%. Yes, please.
Well, yeah, now people
Alright.
can hear us.
Hopefully.
Should I shut the door?
We should be okay.
Okay.
Especially
Okay.
with the mic volume jacked up like that.
Taken to 11. So what do we got for tonight? At this moment.
Oh goodness, man! I am streaming at a horrible bitrate. Ugh, I hope
Fix
I don't
it.
have to pause that thing. Well,
Wouldn't
yeah.
hurt.
It is what it is.
Oh.
So, anyways, here we are,
Go ahead,
and yeah, again, welcome. Sorry for the delay in actually speaking about relevant stuff. This is Driven Tech, so we're going to talk about some tech news, maybe a little gaming here and there, because I'm sure some people's wallets are already hurting. Thank you, Steam.
What did Steam do?
Steam Summer Sale is going on right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so like
Everything like half off.
I have 18 games in my wish list, and 17 of them are on sale. So it just hurts.
So much decisions to make. Oh, what don't I want? Do I want to eat today? Do I want to eat this week? That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Do I have enough gas money?
Yeah, something like that.
Gaming
Anyways.
gas money. Gaming gas money. Gaming gas money.
Indeed.
How far do I need to go?
I don't know. How far do we need to go?
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah, so the Steam Summer Sale, I guess we'll start there then instead of the topic I wanted to start on, since I couldn't keep my big fat mouth shut.
Okay.
But Steam Summer Sale is going on, and oh my god, it hurts. Just so many games on sale. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, that's really the only point I can make to that, is just I hope you all have good jobs, because it's tough.
Being a gamer?
Yeah. And speaking of gamer,
I'm not a gamer.
So-
Do I need to get on the steamboat? Ah.
God, I hate you.
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's bad pun.
But no. So anyways, again, Steam Summer Sale, definitely going
Yeah.
on right now.
Okay.
Which is great if you're a PC gamer. However, what's not great if you're a PC gamer and you need to
Oh.
build a new PC
Yeah.
is the shortage of AMD graphics cards. And actually now, NVIDIA is starting to see a spike in sales of new and used units as well, especially in like the 1060, 1070, and 1080 range, because everybody's building mining rigs again. In fact, we just watched a video where a guy had like 10 or 11 of them. Like, it's just stupid. But, and I just built a mining rig as well, but I built a budget one with used parts for like less than $200. Like, I spent next to no money on that thing, and it'll pay for itself in like 2 months. And I'll be happy. And from there, it's just pure profit.
Right.
But I'm not going out and just snatching up every graphics card I can get my grubby little mitts on, because that would be wrong.
Right. It's unfair.
Yeah, I mean,
Life's not fair.
but still, so I can go out and woohoo! I could buy myself a Ryzen 7 or an Intel KB Lake X, or if you're into that stupid stuff. And I could buy
graphics
I could buy like 4,000 megahertz memory, and oh my god, Ryzen's coming out with a new BIOS update. But okay, now it's time to choose my graphics card.
Sorry, so sorry.
I guess I'll be using my old HD 7770, whatever, 7770. I get my my 1 or 2 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, good! I can run 1080 games at 30 frames a second. Go me! It's just absolute garbage, and it's like, why did this just recently crop up now? I don't have an explanation for it, but it's definitely happening. It is a thing. In fact,
you know what happens with things? They just grow and grow and grow.
So this is an article.
Nobody can do them.
Oh, hitting my microphone. I gotta stop doing that. This is an article from WCCF Tech on this very same subject. The supplies are definitely, as they say, exhausted. And actually, a lot of the board partners are actually starting to market certain GPUs at miners. So like this RX 500 here, so which is actually nice because then they can have the gamers getting their gaming cards,
Right.
and then the miners can buy their cheap ass mining cards. Pardon my French. This is supposed to be a family program or something. But that's how it needs to be. The board partners, the fact that they're recognizing that people are buying up all their stuff and isolating and alienating another part of their market share, that's smart. And I like to see that. So I think that's a good thing, personally.
Right.
But again, the fact that there is... Yeah, okay, good. The microphone's still working. Had this problem before, so I gotta double check.
Double check. It's like, ooh, time machine.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. So yeah, if you're on here, that's great. Feel free to ask us a question. I got the chat windows open off to my right here, which is why I keep looking back. And
because eventually we'll have them sitting in front of us, and we'll be like, "Hey, we will get organized eventually."
Yeah, and then the other bad thing, because I like to hop, skip, and jump around.
Yeah.
The used market for these cards, people are buying these cards new and then turning around and reselling them for, as much as 50 to like 200% what they're worth normally. I heard the story the other day of a guy that bought a card, used it for a while, and then it was like, I can't remember which one. It was like an RX 480 or something, like a $250 card. Right. Turned around and sold it for, I think he said like $400, so like $150 over what he paid for it new.
Well, if he ain't gonna mine it, if he ain't gonna use it to do,
yeah, but the fact that the market is so artificially inflated, it hurts my soul.
Well, it's the same thing like happens with cars when one car becomes more popular than the other, or it all becomes a thing. It drives the price of even the crappiest thing up.
Kinda, but at least, that has... it's not like everybody goes out, say, like, tomorrow and buys, like, a Civic Type SI. Because that's artificial inflation of the market, and that's exactly what this is. It's not like there's an actual shortage. It is a consumer-driven shortage, not a supply-driven shortage. And that's what irritates me.
Be a supply shortage.
Well, no, eventually they're going to have too many on the market, and the price is going to go way down, which, if you're a gamer, woohoo!
Yeah,
good for us.
I mean, awesome. These other cards you're talking about, they can only Japan can only crank those things out so often. Some of them they don't even make anymore, right? Older models.
No. Like if you're buying the used ones like I do, yeah, they don't make them anymore. But like if you're buying these newer ones like the RX 580, RX 570,
right?
And again, people are even starting to buy up NVIDIA ones because now they're finding that the NVIDIA ones are just as capable, or they're slightly less capable but at a lower power consumption, which is also preferable in a lot of cases. They're finding out that they can run those, so now the NVIDIA market is actually starting to become a little bit short on supply as well, not just AMD. So it's an interesting situation.
Yeah, but when you say short on supply, it's the manufacturers can't keep up.
Yeah, because people are going out and like that guy on YouTube, they're buying 10. They're going to a store, buying as many as they have in stock, saying, "Well, I need 5 more." Going to another store, buying out everything they have in stock, and so on and so forth. And it's not just like a couple guys doing this; it's a lot of people, because of the.
It's both driven and supply. They're both.
It's purely driven by the consumers.
Well, it's running everything up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And draining everybody else.
So that's a fun thing.
Boo miners. Although we're gonna start dabbling in a bit of that. Like, you know what? Let's give it a try. If the average man can do it,
just a little.
We're all about the average man.
But I'm also all about budget too. So I mean that's a big difference.
Cheap,
at least in my mind, it is. That is a huge thing. Comparison wise, to the way that some of these other guys are doing it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So
slight segue. Right, I'm gonna notice this. Do you wash that shirt every single time we're about to do this show? Because I think you wore that the last time.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like, wow. So you got like 3 of the same shirt?
Something like that?
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
No, I have one shirt, and I make sure that I wash it before the show because I love this shirt.
Hey. I'm rocking the wars, man. So. Don't give me a hard time. Yay! Next.
Anywho's.
Yeah.
So
miners.
the next topic of discussion here that I was looking up earlier.
There's a mining joke in there somewhere about Pittsburgh or Philadelphia in general. I'm trying.
Or if you're just really against this thing, you're just not into miners.
I was like, there's a mining joke. Well, that because slight digress. I got done watching the first season of Outsiders, which is people living on top of a mountain, and guess what? Mining company wants to come in, blow off the top of the mountain. So I was like, mining. It all ties in.
So the next thing I just want to touch on real quick is the new release that AMD just had the other day for the EPYC enterprise level processors. I mean, the 7000 series, they look like they're going to be pretty darn outstanding. It's going to come with up to 128 PCIe lanes.
Wow.
It's going to, all of the lanes can be used for input-output, which is great. So it can be used all for Infinity Fabric, PCIe expansion, SATA lanes, all that kind of stuff. It's going to have 4 input-output hubs for high bandwidth PCI lane traffic. It will have 32 core processor. What is it? 30.
Next paragraph.
32 core, 64 thread. Thank you. With 8 memory channels, which is going to be nice. So these are going to be perfect workstation processors. And those are PCIe 3.0 lanes. I forgot to mention that. So they are going to be really nice high bandwidth lanes. They will even have a dual socket arrangement for whatever server needs that. And the two system balance, I believe, will have 64 PCIe lanes for each CPU. So it's still going to rock 128 total PCIe lanes. Wow. But then it will actually use the Infinity Fabric to communicate between the two processors to coordinate those PCIe lanes between the two chips. So that's pretty darn cool. Again, it is the 7000 series. Their top level, which I do believe is the 7601 base frequency, 2.2 gigahertz. Normal, or I guess load frequency of 2.7 and a max load of 3.2 gigahertz. And now I can't remember if that's on all cores or just a few.
Total change.
What's
that's
up?
4K and change.
Yeah, well, it's a 4000. It's a workstation processor.
Wow.
It's a server processor. So yeah, they're thinking that it's going to be a little over $4,000 for that unit, 180 watt TDP, which actually for that type of a chip, I mean, you consider that the AMD FX 9320, I think it was, or 9350, had a 225 watt TDP. So that 8-core processor used more power and generated more heat than this 32-core 64-thread one, which is pretty amazing.
Right.
And then all of the CPUs, regardless of the model, will have the 128 PCIe lanes. They will all have 64 megabytes of L3 cache, and they will all support DDR4 2666 megahertz RAM, which is pretty darn nice.
So
and all of the processors will have the same features. You're just going to get different core counts and processor speeds depending on the level that you get. So I think that's really smart on AMD's point, because you'll be able to get the 7281, which is a 16-core, 32-thread processor, and they're estimating that's going to be a little over $600. That is stupidly cheap for that kind of performance, and I'm actually excited to see some benchmarking come out on that once they actually finally come out and have optimized drivers. So yeah, again, just wanted to touch on that because I think that's really cool. So they're claiming as well to have a 47% better performance for their flagship model, the 7601, than the Xeon E5 2699A. So that's going to be pretty darn cool. They're claiming anywhere between a 23 to a 70% lead on the comparable chips from Intel. So we'll actually have to see once the chips are actually released and we get real world benchmarking if that's actually the case.
Two machines go head to head.
It's gonna be fun.
2 chip enter, 1 chip leave.
It's gonna be fun. I guess I could have showed that webpage, but now it's already gone, so I apologize, everybody.
Oops.
So the next topic, and this kind of goes along the lines of processors. Global Foundries, who I believe normally manufactures silicone for cell phone board processors. They have just recently announced a 7 nanometer process, which is going to dramatically decrease power usage and dramatically increase performance of whatever application their silicon happens to end up on. But they're saying that they're not just going to specialize in the cell phone industry at this point. They want to branch out to CPUs, GPUs, and any other kind of board application that people would need that kind of FinFET manufacturing. They are saying that with the first gen, as you can see here, they're expecting that to come out in 2018 in the second half sometime. They will have a Gen 2 with increased yields and lower cycle times in 2019, not sure when. And in their Gen 3 in 2020, they will have more performance and power benefits from that one whenever that comes out. So I actually think that's pretty exciting because, again, they're claiming a 40% device performance and 60% reduction in power consumption. And if that's the case, and this becomes a standard for silicon manufacturing, we're going to start seeing some amazing chips out there, super low TDP and super high performance. And I'm excited to see, especially with the wars that are now going on between Intel and AMD. I think it's going to be
because
pretty exciting.
They shrank a transistor down.
Yeah. And so
just dumb it down just a little bit.
And this is after NVIDIA's presentation at Computex saying that Moore's Law is pretty much thrown out the door at this point. This would beg to differ because they are literally doubling the amount of transistors they can fit on a certain space, which is Moore's Law.
Because they shrank them?
Yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool.
But do they still hold the same amount of capacity as a regular?
No, they're going to hold more.
Oh.
Because it's a smaller manufacturing process, so they'll be able to fit more transistors in the same area. So that's going to be pretty darn cool.
Workload. Okay.
So I'm excited to see that, and as we find out more about that, we'll see what actually comes of that. So,
what's next on the docket?
I don't know. We didn't really look up a lot of car news.
It's been a little lackluster. I saw this cool video of a guy in Dubai builds the Arkham Knight version of the Batmobile.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He took a Lamborghini Gallardo and basically turned it into the Batmobile. Still same. Yeah, I was like, this thing is awesome, but of course only in Dubai where they have stupid amounts of money.
Well, sure.
And do whatever they want with cars. This is ridiculous. I mean, more power to them. I wish I could build one of those here. I'd get pulled over. Think, is that legal? Yes.
No.
I'm Batman.
So actually, yeah, that's the new Acura RSX. We got a drag strip video.
Turns 11s,
which is pretty darn cool.
Well, it is an electric hybrid.
Yes, it is. Which makes sense because
it's an affordable electric. I don't know. You want to call it the exotic, or it's not quite supercar. Like
I mean, they're trying to go supercar-ish with it.
Right,
but they've just got
slightly affordable.
And I remember seeing the release on the NSX, and they're claiming that the technology going into that one actually, from what I can tell, is just as advanced, if not more, than say like your 918 and your Ferrari and whatever the Ferrari one is that they have.
The LaFerrari.
Yeah, the Ferrari LaFerrari.
The LaFerrari, the P1 McLaren, and the 918 Spider.
They're claiming that it has better technology, and from what I've seen of it, they've got some pretty cool stuff going into that. And in the other news, though, here's a fun one for anybody that actually has the kind of money to burn on this kind of car.
What?
Dodge is actually demanding owners will sign a waiver when ordering the Demon.
Oh, yeah.
It is a street legal drag car, which is fantastic, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
We're back on the Demon.
Yep. So they have dug up, apparently people at Allpar have dug up what looks like a customer acknowledgement form where they have to sign 15 different areas before they're actually allowed to purchase the car. Some of it involves the tires, some of it involves not driving it in wet weather because they're not really made for it.
Right, yeah, it's drag radials. The sidewall, if it's under 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and they will crack.
They even have a thing, and you'll see that right here, that it actually says that the car will not be used under any circumstance in temperatures below 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So this, according to Dodge, is never, ever, ever meant to be a daily driver, especially if you live up north because it gets frigid as hell.
Well, Technically, you can get around that if you think about it for a second.
Well, you have to get new tires.
Yeah, you just get new tires because the Viper's rear tires are 345s. They're running 315s.
Well, it's not the size. They're just saying with the compound.
Yeah, the width. Yeah, you can get regular 315 Sumitomo. Every tire company makes a tire that fits 10.5-inch rims.
But then again, with 750 wheel or with 750
loose.
horsepower, you're gonna break them loose anyway.
Right. Remember when they built the?
You're darned if you do and darned if you don't.
Remember when they built the SRT10 Ram standard cab?
Of course.
It's a 600 horsepower Viper engine in a standard cab truck. What is it going to do? Just melt the rear tires the entire time.
That's true.
There's no way to put the power where that Demon does put the power to the crown. They got to cover their butts. The other funny thing I heard surfing around there that the people who actually order it at MSRP will get their car first. If the dealer marks it up, they have to wait in line. So the guys that actually do it the way you're supposed to do it, go to the dealer and order the car at MSRP and not wait for the dealer to buy like 3 of them and mark them 15 to 27K up.
Look at that.
Yeah, but see, that's a newer gen Mustang. Yeah, they're all crowd killers, whatever, and not my car.
This guy's like, looking forward to seeing this owner embarrass themselves exiting caffeine and car events in the finest Mustang-esque fashion. Listen, if you pay as much money as one of these demons cost,
you're not doing
and
that.
You're a pretty select group of people that actually have these, you're not doing this crap.
You know how to drive the car.
You would hope.
Well,
someone's going to put one into a wall at some point.
But see, those cars, unfortunately, Ford and Chevy have been concentrating building their cars for road course.
Yeah,
they have left the drag strip alone. Like, nobody cares. You can take those cars, Ford and Chevy, and build them for the drag strip, but it takes a little bit more money. Dodge is just saying, here's one already ready to go. Have fun.
Yeah.
Just sign the waivers. Yes, the NHRA has banned it. You know how you get it back? Just go put an NHRA cage in it.
You're
Done.
good.
Go follow the rule book.
What would have been nice is if they, who was it? Was it McLaren? No, it was Koenigsegg that actually had a NHRA compliant roll cage built into the unibody of their car so that people could take it to the drag strip with no modification.
Right.
Smart on their part, but that's also what, like $1 million car?
Yes, but see what everybody's forgetting is it's the rule of Section 4. Anything 9.9 or faster requires a full cage.
Yeah.
And fire suit and all the other safety gear that goes along with it. So you got a car that comes from the factory that can do it. You can take it to Fast Friday, and I guarantee you, unless, like you said, the quote earlier about guys taking the cars to caffeine and they're gonna spin and crash, the guy that knows how to drive it might close get to those numbers. When I read the article on it, they did this last year. They just now waited to release the data. They did it in Florida in November, so when it was cold.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is like, wow. No wonder it was like, let's see those numbers in the heat. Not happening. Maybe.
So
somebody will. Eventually, we'll see one on a Fast Friday and be like,
So, jumping back to hardware. And we were talking about this with the guys at unnamed retail store, Micro Center.
I love that place.
Yeah, great place to go. We were talking with them last night about this whole Intel X299 thing.
Look at the brains on this guy.
I was expressing my displeasure because we talked about this on, I think it was like the first live stream, but we had issues with that upload.
Yeah. 8 minutes out of an hour.
With the Kaby Lake X processor, I would have liked to have seen an intermediate board. So something that gives you more of an appropriate price point. Because I'm not going to get a processor that runs as hot as Kaby Lake X and only has 16 PCIe lanes and put it on a board where you can run, triple SLI or, quad crossfire because it can't handle it. Because then you're running, 4 cards at 4x. Well, I'm not buying a board for $300-400 when I can't utilize it properly. Like, I'm just not going to spend that money. So I would have liked to have seen like an X199 platform that kind of catered towards that smaller PCIe lean advantage. So like maybe all your X199s are like micro or mini ATX, that are built for one X16 PCIe 3 card. Maybe an X1 slot or two for a peripheral, whatever. Something for your smaller form factor. That would have made more sense to me. Instead of saying, oh no, here's X299 and they're all full-size boards except for the guys, the board partners that want to do smaller form factor, but they're still going to utilize, 32 or 40 PCIe lanes on the thing, and it's like, wait, so if I want to put an M.2 drive and then a PCIe 3 card, are they both going to run at full speed? If not, but then you have to add in all your SATA drives that you plug in, if you need any kind of, larger storage capacities, so you need 3 hard drives. Okay, now you're cutting down PCIe lanes that you can't use for things like graphics, and that sucks. So I don't know. I'm just saying I would have liked to have seen something a little different. Maybe they will, take the advice of some of the other tech tubers or tech people that have a lot more clout with Intel than clearly this small teeny tiny foundling channel does.
Yeah.
And maybe cater a little bit more towards the consumer, because it really almost seems like,
should it be all about the consumer?
It really does seem like Intel just said, oh, whatever, we're Intel, they'll buy whatever we put out.
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But certainly, why is it that they couldn't have offered this stuff at least a better price point? Because AMD can. Why isn't Intel?
Right.
I don't know.
You blame the company as a whole, but when you really get down to it, blame the marketers.
Yeah.
The engineers are just like, here, we built something cool.